Hello, my name is Kat. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first little video I'm doing that I'm just wanted to share with you guys because sometimes I have a lot of thoughts and I like to share them, and this might be like a little rambling or like a splurge of mind thoughts. How do I even start this? Okay, so I'm a Southern girl. I grew up in Alabama. I'm actually in the house now that I grew up in. It looks like a very pretty Southern guest room now. But this used to be my room, and it's kind of funny. And now I teach yoga, and I travel around the world, and I like help people release shit and manifest their dreams and go out into the world and really be who they are. So that is what I love to do with my life. And I just want to share something with you guys because I was not always like this. Obviously, we're all always changing, right? We're all always evolving, and we can give ourselves permission to change and to evolve because the only constant in this life is change. And who we were 5 years ago is not the same person that we are now. Who we were 5 days ago is not the same person that we are now. And we're going to continue to evolve and change and expand. Throughout my life, throughout all of our lives, we go through the ups and the downs. We continue to ride the highs and the lows, and we go through different chapters, and we evolve, right? Now I'm talking in circles. But recently, I just want to share like a little story with you guys, or maybe just offer a little perspective. So at the end of last year, and then the beginning of this year, I was in Europe. I had done another yoga training with my teacher, Anton Brandt, who is amazing, in Portugal, and I was making my way through Europe, and then I ended up going to Borneo to teach yoga for the last 2 months of 2019. It was an amazing experience. I loved it, just like I love teaching in new countries, experiencing new cultures, learning about the culture, immersing myself in new ways of being. I'm always learning every day from different people from all different walks of life, and but when I was teaching there, I started to find myself in a really low place. I was feeling very disconnected. I was feeling unmotivated. I just didn't want to go on anymore. And usually, as a traveler, I'm pretty excited to explore new places. I'm like, yes, the next destination, the next waterfall, the next this, the next that. And I just found myself being like, oh, like I don't like. What's the point? What's the point of going to see the next temple, the next whatever? It's like it's all the same. And I just found myself getting a little bit of experiencing that like sort of destination addiction. You know, they talk about this. It's like that, it's this idea that happiness is always at the next place. Happiness is always at the next place and the next place. And, oh, once I get here, I'll be happy. Oh, once I get that job, I'll be happy. Once I get that new car, I'll be happy. Once I find that perfect relationship, I'll be happy. And destination addiction extends to all circumstances of our life, and not just necessarily in a travel sense. But I was experiencing that, and I was feeling very alone, very disconnected, and I went into the new year, 2020, feeling like that. I found myself in Bali in 2020. I caught up with some friends. I reconnected with my teacher, Anton Brandt. He was leading a 200-hour teacher training in the northern wild part of Bali, and I started to be reminded of why it is I do what I do. And for me, that key point, that trigger, that switch was community. And I've thought about this a lot the past few weeks, and I thought to myself, I just really miss my community. I'm tired of traveling alone. I'm tired of just going from country to country or hostel to hostel and meeting random people and connecting on a shallow level and not really feeling connected to anything or any greater cause. So I was sitting with those feelings, and then circumstances found me in Vietnam. I've always wanted to go to Vietnam. Vietnam has been probably one of the tops of my list for a long time. So I flew there. I went there, and my goal was to travel from south to north and explore the country just like I'd always had. And then, lo and behold, life had other plans for me, for all of us, because coronavirus hit. And it affected all of us differently. Little did I know that this global pandemic would actually be the best thing that ever happened to me. And I've actually had not a lot, but some guilt around this because so many people are struggling right now. And so many people are struggling financially, and maybe they've lost their jobs, and maybe they're homeschooling their kids, or their kids aren't going to school at all, and maybe they're just having their kids around the clock 24/7. But for me, I found myself quarantined in this little tiny beach village in Vietnam, and I was safe. I was in a beautiful place. I wasn't paying very much for rent because Vietnam is so cheap, and I had a community of people that I was surrounded with, and we became like family. It happened organically. I wasn't forcing it. I wasn't pushing it. It just manifested that way. I can't recall an exact moment where I asked for it, but I remember thinking before, I really miss community. I miss community. I just want to be seen, and I just want to be heard. Right? Isn't that what we all want? We just want to be seen, and we just want to be heard. So I found myself in Vietnam with this amazing group of people who, to this day, I'm still in contact with them. I love them with my whole heart. And we were able to be together, connect together, and how refreshing it is to be with a group of people who've seen all sides of you, who know all the angles of you, and who love you regardless of that. So I'm just feeling so blessed in my life to have experienced all of the experiences that I've had in the past few months since this global pandemic struck, because it really forced me to slow down. It forced me to stop, pause, and take a look at my life and what I was going, and stop running and just sit with myself and trusting that the universe would deliver to me exactly what I wanted, whatever I desired. Something switched within me. I started feeling abundant. I started feeling loved. I started feeling cherished. I started feeling accepted just for who I was. And then I relaxed. I totally and completely relaxed into myself. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do whatever I want. And I did whatever I want. And I stopped putting all these harsh rules and limitations on who I thought I should be, or what I perceived was a good way to be. And then I just was myself. And I was loved for it. And I don't think that there's any feeling quite in the world just like that. So something switched within me. And around the time of the switch, opportunities started to come into my life. I got invited into a beautiful women's circle by one of my best friends. We stay connected multiple times a week. We talk, we chat, we support each other in our dreams and our goals and our visions. Another opportunity came into my life. I started putting my yoga classes online with an amazing dude, and he just appeared in my life at just the right time. And then another friend invited me to this meditation challenge. It's called the 21 Days of Abundance Meditation Challenge by Deepak Chopra. You may have heard of this challenge. It's truly been so transformative in my life. It has been the key that I needed. And these things just started to come to me. And I said yes. I said yes because I think that life gives us exactly what we need when we put our intentions and our desires out there. We may not know how it'll come or what the process will look like or what our path might look like. We just have to hold the vision, right? Hold the vision and trust the process. So part of this 21 Days of Abundance meditation challenge is this idea that we are fully abundant. The universal source of abundance is always flowing through us. And when we open our eyes and just make that simple mindset shift from lack to abundance, from a place of fear to a place of love and trust, that's when things start to shift in our lives. And that's when our lives start working for us rather than working against us. So getting back to what I wanted to share with you guys, along that note, I have been feeling super, super abundant lately. And I wanted to share something that I learned from this 21-day meditation challenge. So you might be able to see this here. It says manifestation manual. And there's 5 steps to this manifestation manual. Okay, so here we go. How to manifest your dreams. Step 1. Decide exactly what you want to receive. What do you want to receive in your life? Do you want more love in your life? Do you want more forgiveness in your life? Do you want a bigger house by the sea in your life? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to get help for your kids? Maybe some daycare. Do you want to heal the relationship with your family or maybe another loved one? So decide exactly what you want. I want $1,000 in my bank account. I want $100,000 in my bank account. So decide that. Step 2, close your eyes every day and visualize that you already have it. Close your eyes every day and visualize that you already have it. So it's not like one day I'm going to get this, one day I'm going to, no. What does it feel like to fully inhabit that feeling of having whatever it is that you want? So if I had $100,000 in my bank account right now, what does that feel like in my body? If you can truly visualize it and feel what it feels like to have that already. Step 3, let go of your desire into the universe with a firm belief that it will materialize, right? So we decide what we want, we visualize that we have it, that's putting our intention out into the universe. And 3, release that desire. So I'm going to let it go. I'm putting it out there, I'm letting it go, and I'm going to trust that I'm going to receive it because I already have received it. Number 4, this is very important. Say yes. Say yes to new ideas, people, and proposals that will inevitably begin to appear in your life. It is through them that your desire is realized. Okay, so I'll say that again. And say yes to new ideas, people, and proposals that will inevitably begin to appear in your life. It is through them that your desire is realized. So like I was saying before, people started appearing in my life. Opportunities just started coming to me. And I said yes. Sometimes those opportunities can seem a little bit scary. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what that's going to look like. Is it going to work? If your gut is telling you yes, say yes. Because the excitement of saying yes is going to vastly overpower your fear of doing whatever opportunity presents itself. That's step 4. Step 5, do not forget to thank the universe for your order. Do not forget to thank the universe. So showing gratitude, right? Being grateful for the things that are already in our life, as opposed to focusing on what we don't have and grieving for loss or fear or debt or whatever. We thank the universe for what we already do have and focus on all of the abundance that's already in our lives. And that's when the abundance starts to flow through us and to us. Everything is simple. So that's the manifestation manual. Thank you for watching. I hope you get something out of it. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. More to come later.